All right, hello. Hello there, hello there. Hello everyone. Hello everybody. It is the day to augment. It is the day to augment. So let's go ahead and I am good. I am good. It is time to get started and it is time. Right button to recap. The 140, I have fallen so many ranks now, but I've only gained just about 100 paragons from said 140 zero augment from the other day, on April Fool's Day, in fact. Uh, and it was the first try on April Fool's, but it was actually the total sixth try of 140. Uh, yeah, so zero augment here, Uh, zero augment here, non-ancient here, a mediocre Vala version with a bad passive. I mean, the passive is alright if you are gonna pull more density more quickly, but it also makes it more difficult to stay within Oculus rings because you're moving a little bit faster. Zero augment here, lacking base vitality, unfortunately, which will hurt eventually. Uh, this pair of pants really helped a lot, even though it doesn't have sockets, which is the next thing to get a version with sockets. Hopefully, the primal version, obviously. Zero augments here again, lacking base vitality and a little bit less on the all resist. So if I have any trouble at any point in time, I'm gonna definitely work on another pair of Guardian belts because this base vitality is not helping. I mean, especially where I had issues with the base vitality here already, I cannot have more and more places of equipped base vitality that are under like 600 or min roll basically, such as this. Like I have three places of min roll vitality, and that is not helpful. And that is why my 140 on the second, third, and fourth floors, uh, some of them were really terrible. But at the same time, if you think about it, I'm missing like 50 base vitality per equipped, right? And that is 150 vitality. Now, 150 vitality doesn't sound like a lot, but it is overall toughness, right? And based on people who love overall toughness or use overall toughness as a calculator or calculation, uh, that is brutal, right? Anyway, zero augments thus far. This has helped me since the beginning. Uh, and I decided to use it because this season we have the offhand non-weapon to start, especially if you're already using a two-handed weapon. And so, where the non-weapon offhand goes has the critical hit chance that would most likely bring you over 50% critical hit chance if you really work on it already. So this helped me a lot. I've had a rough time crafting Guardian bracers. I think this season start already. This is the best iteration. Took about I think 130 bracers at one point the other day. And that's like the fourth, I think the fourth crafting session. I mean, it is a larger crafting session than the previous other ones that were like probably like 40 or 50 bracers each time. But I think that that's quite many tries. And the best deal out of this is the fact that it did help me with my missing one of the resistance, whether it's fire or lightning. And both of these are under 1K. And I have a resistance issue because uh, I'm still not having my all resist chest piece yet. And I need this all resist chest piece very soon. Because the 1000, yeah. Now the really OP part is that the secondary has that range damage reduction that you want eventually. Because any stats that you cannot get in your Paragon tabs is basically super bonus, or it adds a lot of hidden toughness that you cannot immediately calculate until you get the monster types that actually help with said secondaries. So last season, for example, I even played the same kind of secondary with physical resist and range damage reduction, which is both the best for your bracers. And everybody loves physical resistance. And this season, my chess piece, both times the non-ancient version that I chose and this ancient one, has the physical resistance, which is fine. But in terms of overall resistances against elite packs, I need all resist. I am actually more of a fan of all resistance than percent life. Now, percent life is good if you can find one slot to do so, and it's usually on the belt, unfortunately, because why? It's 3 stat lines versus 4 stat lines. So you actually want, like, if you were to choose 15% life, you would rather 15% life to be on the belt. So basically, for me, if I want to maintain this said 15% life, I would move over this all resist belt and move the all resist to get an all resist chest piece, which is why a lot of people that you see on the leaderboard will be using an all resist chest piece. Now, not always, but most of them will do that. And since the belt has 4 stat lines instead of 3, now the it's still kind of 3 because we're playing a build that requires offense stats such as the skill, the primary skill damage stat line, right? So that takes up a defensive stat line, such as 15% life and all resist, which is, for example, when you play Natalia traps, your belt gets to be a full defensive belt, right? And so you would actually prefer the 15% life to land on the belt rather than the chest piece. But anyway, uh, until I get the chest piece, it's this is all I have. And then we have the focus ring that was dropped in the core group start. Uh, I guess it was left on the floor, and uh, I decided to take upon using it anyway because eventually I am playing an area damage build and I'm used to playing area because I love pulling like high density. Although we just talked about my lack of toughness, overall toughness anyway, with the lack of base vitality from 3 pieces, right? The chest piece, the belt, and the boots, lacking 50 or more behind. So that's 150 less, which is where I can't actually totally make use of this area damage. However, this all these area damage that I've worked on actually gave me to the base 90% area damage that you want for the God DH. This season, 90% area damage is basically the foundation and a good start. The the best would be at 110%. Now you can even get up to 130%, but that's a lot of work for both the offhand quiver, the Night Series satchel, and to get a quadfecta gloves because the Bariza has no room from default. The only other weapon that has it, or at least the one that you would choose to use, is the Doomslinger. 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 And so I was using the Doomslinger up until GR 120 done, and I felt like I needed straight damage, and the Bariza is the straight damage solution. And so that brings us back to the 122, 125, 128, 131, 133, 135, 136 first tries, and then the fourth try 138 with a bad Bariza. Uh, it was like a holy point shot with 85% damage and hot pursuit again. And then before trying the 140 that bring us to this hero details is this Vala version that I reforged before trying any of the 6 tries total of said 140. And so we're here today. Now, let's see how far I've fallen. Wow. I mean, delaying augments will result to this. So, let's finally get started after the recap. Hey, everyone. Hey, Philip. Hey, Deathwing. Yep. So, I've already gotten ready my 9 augments plus the next one I'm preparing specially after I augment the 9. I will augment the 10th by preparing the gems later during the attempt. Okay, during the augment step for it. So let's use Act 2 because eventually I want to be here anyways, in case I want to use a different colored gem. Alright, so it's augment time. Just now, the whole hero details, it was 0 augments. And so let's go in the order of appreciation. Now, it may not be the exact 100% order, but I will try my best to appreciate the items for how they have led me here, not only in the core group advancement, in speeding up my leveling process and getting the seasonal journey done, but also my items in the order that they have led me here today. So let's go ahead and appreciate the amulet. Now, what did I forget? I forget to get all my whispers. Let's go ahead and grab the whispers. All right, so we have 135, 131, 131, 131, 131, 131, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. I think I took one too many, right? That's fine. I will decide whether one of them deserves a 1 up from 130 or not. If I took one extra 131, that is. All right. I don't really have to go to the page, but I want to go to the page. So, obviously, I'm not going to work on the 135 yet. I'm actually going to stall the 135. But first, let's convert to emeralds. All right. And we have the emeralds. And yes, if I'm doing the 10 augments, this is not 30 flawless royal emeralds. I get it. I will work on the last 3 for the final augment. which is the 135 that you see right below the 27 Flawless Royal Emeralds, okay? Now, just as I was interrupting myself with the augments, let's go ahead and appreciate the necklace with a 131. And the seasonal journey icon pops up. Yes, I haven't augmented a single item on any class this season up until now. So that checks out. Especially the fact that I did the 140. Zero augments. Alright, next. What do we have next? I would say it was the gloves. Now, it's likely that I got one of these two, one before the other, but the gloves will outlast the pants for sure. So let's go ahead and appreciate the gloves with a 131. There we go. That's the second augment. And I was talking about the pair of pants. So let's appreciate a pair of pants with a 131.
Very well.
All right, we have 3 items with 131s. Okay. Now, the difficult decision, right? It's either going to be the boots or the bracers. But we have a clear winner from the bracers because they are all above 625 main stat and vitality, and the secondary has the ranged damage reduction, right? So that is better than this low minimal vitality that arrived, even though it is in fact an all resist pair of boots, ancient. So it is time to augment the bracers with a 131.
Not your worst idea. Not quite.
Now, that should be all the 131s. I'm going to work on the 130s first before thinking if I want to choose to promote one of the 130s, 130 deserving, into the 131 category.
You must choose my skill.
So we have the shoulders. Now, there are many problems with the shoulders, right? Namely, the issue of 1% short cooldown, as well as the minimum rolls for both dexterity and all resist. So unfortunately, even though it's an amazing pair of shoulders that gave me the 20% air damage, it is only going to deserve a 130 augment. So let's go ahead and augment a 130
Not
on
quite.
it. And then we have the chest piece. The chest piece is nice, especially if you're using special recipe with the max discipline there as a 1 extra click, or maybe even 3 extra clicks depending on your resource cost reduction if you're using the Topaz version or something. And so this is not my favorite all resist chest piece, and it is again lacking base vitality, which I already talked about. So it's going to be a 130 augment.
Access to a wondrous artifact of old, and that's what you want to do with it. Very well.
Since the belt also has the same issues and problems that I may be exchanging positions between the chest piece and the belt in terms of stats, I will augment the belt with a 130 as well.
I suppose that will work.
Now, we're down to whether we want to give this pair of boots the promotion. What is the verdict with that? Now, the weapon, I do appreciate the weapon being Vala's, and that it rolled 1100 plus dexterity. So I feel like this weapon definitely deserves the 131 because it will help me through these rifts, and it would be unwise to not do so. So let's go ahead and augment this with a 131.
Small minds, small goals. I won't judge.
But since I did that, I ran out of 131s. And so the boots, unfortunately for you,
You have access to a wondrous artifact.
you don't get the promotion right
That's
now.
what you want to do with it. Very well.
Alright, for the final augment, the 135 goes to suspense. The suspense. I know I made only one. I'm creating the suspense. Alright, we're here. And the 135 goes to the helmet. It is a usable primal. It is one above the rest, and we appreciate a usable primal with a 135.
Not what I would do, but when has that stopped you?
There we have it. I did have an extra 130 just in case I decided between a 131 or a 130. Okay, and there we have it. 10 augments because my focus ring is not ancient. My restraint is non ancient. And my ninth series satchel is non ancient. So I only have 10 ancient plus items. Okay, and let's recap one more time. My zero augment, on the helmet, which I just augmented the 135 in appreciation of a usable primal. Zero augment here, zero augment here, non ancient, zero augment here, 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 non-ancient, non-ancient. So that was my zero augment attempts to GR140 that I was previously working. All right. Now, with that said, it is time to go for the 141. I cannot click any higher, so I have been unlocking the obelisk. It is time to start regaining ranks as fast as I can. So let's hope that the augments will help me. I think I was at what? What was it? I don't even remember my cold damage. Was it like 11 million or 13 million? Or was it even higher than that? But in any case, this is a good starting number at 20 million. I just have to play as though I didn't have the augments because I've had one instance about maybe 3 or 4 seasons ago where I did a zero augment GR130 and then I augmented the same way in preparation for the 131, augmented with like 8 or 9 augments, and I failed the first one because I overcommitted on 2 elite packs, thinking that the 8 or 9 augment spike would be enough to help me with said 2 elites. And that wasn't the only problem, but that was one of the major problems because of overstaying. And so then on the second rift, on the second keystone, I decided to play how I would normally play at zero augments. And one could say I opened a slightly easier rift than that said first try fail of the 131 after augment spiking. Well, second try was a success. And so here we might face the similar issue where I'm overconfident with this 10 augment spike and one of the elite packs can easily ruin my day. But let's hope that I don't fall into the trap. Okay? The trap of augmenting. But it is time to augment. Now, my GR140 was actually really difficult. So technically speaking, had I gotten a better 140, it would have been likely an easy 141, even at zero augments. The only issue with the zero augment 141, I would say, if I were to attempt it, is that my Bariza is really weak. It's only a 3.7 near 3.8. If you had a 4K Bariza, I think you can do a zero augment 141. But anyhow, let's begin. Let's do a final check.
You must choose my skill.
Gems are here. Main gems. And yes, I did work on getting the simplicity up from the GR140 clear. And so it went very lucky from a 137 simplicity to a 141 during the Urshi upgrades. Let's go. Okay. Let's see the starts. Is it is it Hellions or big spiders? Oculus Ring anyways. Looks like big spiders. So let's just use Oculus Rings anyways and just mow them down. Probably full clear as we go. I see an elite pack already. I don't like a yellow elite to start. It is also a shielding, I think I saw. The minions are dying though already. The yellow elite is 1/3 health down already, so I think I can stay for this. It might be a mistake though. Positionally, it was helpful that I brought down the yellow elite already, but it is going to stall. I think I've committed already. It is at half health. It shielded up again. So, in fact, this is a stall. It's not a mistake. I just wanted to test the damage, but unfortunately, because it was the first shielding, this is causing the mistake. But it is a good test, which means that for future, when I see a shielding, really? I'm not tanky enough to tank that. Even after the 10 augments, that's terrible. That's actually terrible. Okay, Oculus Ring. Okay, I see the blast. This is terrible. Alright, so break even. Next shielding is not going to happen. That was a good test though. That just tells me that shielding is not my friend. Alright, what do we have here? Reflect damage. This is not good. I just augmented. The game is definitely making things difficult. It is, however, a blue elite. But this is the problem with overstaying, by the way, and it's frozen again. The game is definitely trying to take me out. Oculus Ring. Oculus Ring. Okay. Still break even. Alright, this is the end of the floor, which is a good thing anyways, because it's good that I didn't get to spawn a pylon on this floor. But we hope that the next floor is a good follow-up. Alright, 32%. We have no help yet. This is a Vault of Assassin. Let's just double, triple check. Alright, early power. This season, Power Pylon is just basically play it, right? Generally speaking. This is so Lasher mob set. I'm gonna be greedy and go ahead and check. Up ahead, one yellow elite. This is the exit spot. There's another yellow elite. So there's two yellow elites, basically. This is too many targets, I believe. So let's try to eliminate some targets before taking the power pylon. This is not a very good 141, by the way. This 141 is definitely dangerous. Oculus Ring. Oculus Ring. I just need to get rid of some more targets, and then I'm ready to take the power pylon. Alright, I think it's time to take the power pylon. Let's go and take the power pylon. Okay, missile dampening. Oculus Ring. Okay. Play the remaining of the elites here. One down. A lot of frozen in this one. Oculus Ring. Alright. Let's exit into Phase B shrouded more, and we see the conduit follow up. That's good. That just means that this is a clear for sure. So we have one problem though. There are spinner ads up ahead I can see. I see another blue here. This is definitely enough already. So let's play it. Spinners again. Okay. Let's take out this blue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of frozen on the ground. Another blue. This is way too many elites. I gotta pace myself to see if I can get a pylon. Maybe. Not really. Can I get a pylon? Nope. Alright. Didn't get a pylon. Oculus Ring for free.
I wish I could do that. Need more time. I'm still waiting.
Double, triple attack. The mean boss.
Not ready yet.
Got me there with the poison ranged attack. Wow. Again.
I'm still waiting.
There we go. Rank 1, 2, 3. I delayed a little bit, so definitely it was a bad first elite pack play. Got a cheat death proc on it, and then I delayed playing the power a little bit, I would say. I could easily have just played it straight up, I guess, but I didn't want too many uh, of the density soul lashers to take the power pylon, because I had even what the final yellow elite on the power pylon. I was one Oculus Ring short, which was also a problem of me over clearing initially. But even with that, the distractions of additional density would have taken away the power pylon from directly uh, going for the said yellow elite. So it ended up being okay. Now, the what's really not okay is that I didn't get a 99% pylon, but I think that the conduit covered it anyways, for the most part, especially that it was a phase beast floor as well. So, anyhow, that was the 141 as expected after augmenting, 10 augments in a row. I would hope so that I clear it. It didn't start out pretty. Um, I overstayed that one elite pack for sure. But I was breaking even for the most part, even after spending the time. So this is 0 rips, almost ripped like twice, I think. Once on the elite that I overstayed, and then I think there was another instance that I took way too much damage while recovering from the proc. All right, so let's upgrade the gem. But before we do that, let's check the leaderboard. Rank 1, 2, 3. Let's see the hero details. Now I'm augmented. Okay. What is my specific leaderboard rank? 114. Okay, I mean, the delays that I did basically from the first elite pack and a bit of the conduit probably resulted me in not getting 2 ranks higher, and that I didn't have a pylon for the Rift Guardian anyway. I mean, the end of the conduit was a little bit like 1/4 or 1/5 remaining of the conduit was on the boss, but I didn't have an actual pylon. I mean, I've already used my power pylon anyways, so the only other way to gain more time is actually to save the power pylon and actually skip the 2 yellow elites. But then, had I done that the other way, I may not have seen the conduit pylon either. So it is what it is. Alright, let's upgrade. Got the 142. That will help me a lot for the next one. Let's try the Taeguk. Alright. Ah. I should have swapped over, I guess, to the trap maybe, but that's fine.
I require a new skill.
That is fine.
My pack is full.
Let's pick up my items. And I am gonna be greedy about this 37. Let's ID an item and then ID with the book. Thank you. Let's go ahead and start sorting the inventory. That's almost 400%, but the damage range is too low. Didn't have to press the paragons, but I
Don't
will.
be shy.
Let's go for pants.
Ooh, that's nice. Can I have it back?
come back again. Do come back again.
Hey, lady, I got.
I am returning to town. Fortune favors the bold. What? I didn't even know I had that thing.
Your valor is unsurpassed.
Well done.
All right, that's the 141. All right, let's go for the next one. 142. Wait. It was under 10 minutes. Just under 10 minutes. So it unlocked the 143 because it was under 10 minutes and 0 rips. So I can save time, but it's also risky to not damage check myself. So if I decide to jump, to take this jump, I have to start playing density. If I take this jump, I have to start playing more density. But I will take this jump, by the way. So let's go ahead and do that. Since I earned the jump, I'll take the jump. And let's go. 143. Remember, my obelisk was stuck at 141. No, I unlocked this myself. So, thank you for the follow. Alright, I unlocked this. Let's go for it. 143. Okay, Autumn Forests. What do we have? Spiderlings and a blue ranged. Mm,
I'm still waiting.
might be able to bring it with me. Although ranged. Oh my goodness. My cooldown being at exactly a window
My trade
procced me already. So I have a very huge problem. The 143 is super painful where, okay, the overlap is nice. Let's use it. The blue is half. They're close together. But they did separate again. Oculus ring.
need more time.
Okay, nice position. I need another Oculus ring. Perfect.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, break even-ish. 9%. I need to start thinking about density.
Need more time.
Oculus ring.
Not ready yet.
That Oculus ring is really terrible.
I'm still waiting.
This one's terrible, but better than the previous one. Okay, full clear basically so far.
Need more time.
This is
Sweet revenge.
a good pace.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, overlap again.
Need more time.
Overlap for density is kind of silly, but alright. Another blue.
Not ready yet.
Alright, this is very hot, by the way. Because I've already experienced an issue with my
I'm still waiting.
vengeance uptime.
Need more time.
But at least they're blues.
Not ready yet. Need more time. Need more time.
It is an illusionist, though.
I'm still waiting.
Which gives me Oculus rings, so I have to make sure I use them properly.
Was just a taste. Not ready yet.
It's getting very hot for no reason.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, Oculus ring. One really healthy blue. That's a
Not
really
yet.
bad thing. Because it means that my next Oculus ring has to clear this.
Need more time.
Okay, got it. Alright, 25%. Is it a delay? Oh no, it's a power pylon. Alright, so this power pylon means I might have to play strangely with this power pylon, maybe?
Need more time.
Maybe? Because... Hmm.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, I have to decide when I see the next density cluster.
Not ready yet.
Okay, there's a blue elite here. I think I'm too greedy with this power. I think I'll just play it.
Need more time. Not ready yet. How satisfying.
Right? Okay, this yellow elite did go in
I'm
the
still
front. But I don't really like this play, to be very honest. This is like the overcommits that I talked about.
not ready yet.
It'll still be okay.
Need more time.
Just walling is not good for me. This Oculus ring really helped though. So the power ended.
I'm still waiting.
One down. That's good. The other one's almost. Well, 1/3 to go.
Need more time. I must.
Okay, that Oculus ring is not nice. Because the Frozen Pulse landed on it. This is a commit.
I'm still waiting.
Of course, it had to be a Juggernaut, which I felt already. Okay, I need any Oculus rings to help me with this Juggernaut.
We need more time.
Well, let's hope that the next pylons are helpful. Because this Juggernaut is just taking my time. Alright, let's use this density to to get back some time. I was gonna use, like, the next density to come back to play the power pylon for the Rift Guardian fight, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? Do I really want to come back? Now, on a different season where it's weaker, if I actually got to 143, for example, I would have saved the power pylon.
Not ready yet.
So now the question is, did I make a mistake there?
Need more time.
Speed is not a good thing. The only good news about the speed is that I'm gonna speed out of this map. Now, the monster type is the scavenger-like one, is fine, but I'm not gonna commit to this elite, by the way. So let's take the speed.
Not ready yet. You won't survive that. I'm still waiting.
That Juggernaut ate way too much time.
Not
Alright,
ready yet.
density is almost down. Alright, density is down. Let's go next spot.
I'm still waiting.
I really need the third pylon to be good, by the way.
Sweet revenge.
The power pylon was
Need
insufficient.
more time.
I mean, it did help a little, but the Juggernaut took it away. There's a blue elite up top. It's a... what is it?
Need more time.
Looks dangerous.
Not ready yet. Do you want more?
I'm gonna just play density for now. And if the elite wants to follow,
Need more time.
I guess so. I have another yellow elite arriving. This is bad.
Still waiting. I'm still waiting.
This is terrible. And I got the worst follow-up. So, this is definitely the worst outcome.
I'm still waiting.
This is the worst outcome. Now, I did jump the 141 to the 143, so that is part of the issue.
Not ready
The
yet.
other issue was that the decision to play the power pylon is now a mistake, I would say. But again, hindsight from the follow-up pylons though. Alright. I have to stick with my density plan.
Ready yet.
This blue might be the only hope to get my progress if they are weak enough,
Need more time.
if they don't teleport. But the other issue I have is that the yellow elite is here,
I'm still waiting.
right? The minions, that is, anyway. The minions are here. Okay, these Oculus rings are... oh, never mind. I ran back into the... I ran back into the yellow elites. So these are teleporters. The The only issue is, are they gonna follow good enough?
Need more time.
Or well enough? They did teleport, but I can't commit. I have no time to commit, and this is a turn. Nope,
I'm still
I
moving.
can't. This is not good. This is not looking good. So I need an easy boss, if I even can reach the boss.
Not ready yet.
I need an easy boss now. Like a single target boss, basically.
Need more time.
Another yellow elite. I'm getting way too many yellow elites. And the turn of this map did not let me play that blue, by the way. There's another blue here. I don't think I can play this. Uh, this follow-up is terrible. I'm hoping that the monster type is good, though. So I've had, I saw the next map. It's Forest Winding Cave. I think it has to be like chickens or Vile Swarms or some form of top tier monster type for me to spawn my Rift Guardian, because I don't even think I have enough time to fight the Rift Guardian now. Because I should be spawning my Rift Guardian.
Not ready yet.
Ice Porcupines, I need a lot of them. Ooh, Conduit, I have to play it.
I'm still waiting.
I have to take it now. And I have to play Density.
Not ready yet.
I can't play that. I have to play Density. Alright,
Need more time.
no time. Escandil, I mean, this is gonna be like just. If I can get it, it's just
I'm still waiting.
because this guy is very dangerous at the end
Need more time.
or near the middle, I would say.
Not ready yet. I am losing strength. Need more time. Not ready yet.
Oculus Ring is. That Oculus Ring was so deadly! I didn't have time, by the way. I was 5 seconds short, by the way. I was 5 seconds short. There were just too many yellow elites. I was 5 seconds short. The Oculus Ring was good. I needed this Oculus Ring though. Had I not played this Oculus Ring, I wouldn't even have enough damage anyway. But there were just one too many yellow elites, and the power pylon with that Juggernaut, like affix, basically ruined it. And getting a late conduit doesn't help, by the way. The conduit is too late. And Escandiel is usually more difficult than this. I already played the arcane beams pretty well while under pressure with time. So it's very unfortunate. The power pylon was basically useless. Like the highlight of the day, the power pylon was useless because the Juggernaut ate back all the time. Like the whole power pylon play was rendered useless. And again, he almost took me out again. That's how sad Escandil is for God DH. It's a very mean boss. It's an easy looking boss, no question. But the pressure that you get makes it difficult.
I
This
grow
is
accustomed to that.
this is the power pylon elite pack. This 1 minute 30. that Juggernaut took it all back. But I had to play that because I already committed the Power Pylon onto those 3 elites. Now, had I kept the Power Pylon, would have been the other play. So it is what it is, I guess. Can't really turn back now. But I would say that I think my better play would be just save it. Because I have an issue with Rift Guardians as well. Even though this season is a lot easier with Rift Guardians. But I still think that because I got a hot Rift Guardian, a Power Pylon would make any of the dangerous ones much easier. So that was pretty sad. It's Vala's. The passive sucks though.
You're imaginative, aren't you?
It's Vala's. Most people play Vala's this season anyways. And in season 32 I played Vala's as well. My issue is that I don't have enough primals to turn this into the... I don't have enough ashes at all. I've only seen my first double primal, and that's it. And it's too risky. Now the only other way is to get a different Vala with like 3.9k plus to help with my current issue. Anyway, this is going to be difficult for the jump anyways. Um, but I think that the Power Pylon was not good. I've already selectively played density after the mistake. Yeah, if you get a Dawn one, you can flex the cube, which is great because then you can just say, well, for speed GRs, you can switch to the Fortress, and then for pushing in the cube to put Valas in the cube. So if you get a Dawn one, it's really good. I mean, for the Ashes, the cube recipe page 11 version, if you get a Dawn one, which one of my friends have, or at least a couple of friends have, then you can flex between both Fortress or Valas as needed. Alright, well, there goes the first try. I mean, not that I've done any first try ever since the 140. I mean, 138. My 138 was fourth try. The only ones first try before that basically were the 122, 125, 128, 131, 133, 135, and 136. So my first tries were already done from 138 anyways. Alright, second try, here we go. Okay, Shock Tower. Red Fallen is not good. I need to get out of this floor, I think. Wow, that snipe. That was a snipe, if I've seen one from the Shock Tower. Yeah, this is a Walder. This is getting brutal now. The game is basically saying you shouldn't skip the 142. But I'll try this Red Fallen out. Or not. Or not. I was trying to clear stuff. So I can't play Red Fallen. I mean, the walling doesn't help.
Not ready yet.
But there are quite a lot of tall overseers, which is the point of committing, because the tall overseers are what you want.
Need more time. I'm still
The
waiting.
question is, did I have enough Oculus rings?
Not ready yet.
Okay. This is terrible, because they shielded.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, I need this Oculus ring to be perfect. Okay, it is.
Not
This
ready
is a
yet.
yellow elite pack. Skip. Might be able to play here.
Need more time.
Not. The yellow elite saw me. But I'll still have to. I've already committed this density spot.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, nice Oculus ring at least. Nice Oculus ring follow up.
Need more time.
Okay, I have to go.
Not ready yet.
This is terrible. I mean, I'm gonna gather them and try to see if I can get stay break even.
Need more time.
Okay. Another yellow elite.
Not ready yet.
Can't play a single elite. I mean, it is what it is.
Need more time.
Alright. Blue at a really bad spot with all shop towers.
I'm still waiting.
Arcane beams in a narrow hallway.
Not ready yet. I grow weak. I'm still waiting.
Oculus ring. My only issue is I think the other blue didn't. Yeah, see? There's always one problem with fighting blue elite packs. Is that there's always a healthy blue or two. Because they didn't follow.
Need more
That's
time.
so annoying.
I'm still waiting.
And then this is a super hot Oculus ring that I can't play.
Need more time.
This is the exit. Okay. It's over. Yep, it's over. I'm not playing. I'm not playing this one. Fire Shaman with a speed pylon. Full-fledged Fire Shaman. Full-fledged Fire Shaman is very mean. It's like Red Fallen is already terrible. You still want to give me an even worse one. How is that even possible? Like Red Fallen's already probably like D tier, C minus. You want to give me all the way down to the F tier. And then in addition, you give me speed pylon. And then you give me a plague tunnels where the speed pylon is basically just to get out of the plague tunnels and and I can get lost in the plague tunnels. So the speed is basically car racing in the plague tunnels while losing time. Like, really? Like, are you for real? That's stupid. So, 143 second try, super bad. Floor 2, follow up. Fire, full-fledged fire shaman. 29% speed or 30%, whatever. Pylon. It was Plague Tunnels. Floor 1. Shock Tower, Red Fallen. The first try fail was 1622. Bad Power Pylon decision versus Pylon Elite was Juggernaut that took all the time of said power gain from two other elites. One blue, one yellow. Yep. And then it was RG was Escandil with one rip at 8% HP or so. It's like 8 to 10% HP of the boss. Alright, well, looks like 133 is quite difficult. And the funny thing is the 10 augment spike isn't showing up, really. The 10 augment spike isn't showing up. I think the problem is the weapon.
You must choose my skill.
In terms of sheet damage from the weapon. Now I have to pick. I have to handpick density, like straight up. Even blue elites are a problem. I've been getting bad blue elites. Even that Bogan Chargers that I committed, it was shielding, and they actually went down much faster than I expected, even while shielding was up. So I got lucky breaking even at that point. But then it turned after that, basically. Like it was fine until after. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This is so bad. This is ridiculous. All right, I'm back. Okay, okay. This is first of all, this cooldown is a problem. Um, I've had some procs that were giving me issues. So, I have to try to get this 8%. This is a must now. This might take up all the Imperial just to get the 8%. Because I've been stuck with this 7%. like that. Ah. This is trolling so hard. I've been playing with this 7% for like a week, by the way. Thank you.
Hey, lady, I got some new things.
Okay, this is not even helping, by the way. It's the first 38 that would help. The best is 38.68. Okay. So if I'm gonna still have trouble with this 38, I have to get an 8 cooldown shoulder. Which is then I have to check my other shoulder. Where's the other shoulder? Do I have the other shoulder? No. I think the other shoulder wouldn't work anyways because I remember it was like 16% area and I cannot go below 90% anyways, which I need a 20%. So that didn't matter. I was just trying to make sure that I can get my 38.68 that I prefer. But this almost trolled like crazy had it not given me any faster this 8% because I've been using a problematic 7% this whole time. All right. What was it? Third try? All right, here we go. Third try. Come on. I've already gotten Red Fallen and Fire Shaman. It cannot be any worse than those. Shock Tower again, though. Okay, Lacuni Slashers is good. But the bad news is that there's a yellow elite right here.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time.
Oculus Ring. Yes, the other Fire Shaman is having a fun time tossing fireballs. And then they triangulate themselves. That's even more fun.
Not ready yet.
And this is why I left that other plague tunnels as soon as I saw Fire Shamans, by the way. Fire Shamans in this Lacuni Slashers is unavoidable truth already about them. But when it's not even Lacuni Slashers to begin with, I cannot play. And this elite pack is nasty, by the way.
I'm still waiting.
I'm just getting back-to-back yellow elite packs, huh?
I am waiting.
Alright, fine, 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 fine. I'm just gonna play density.
Need more time.
You wanna play this game? I'll play this game with you.
Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay. Next.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
I know it's a teleporter.
Not ready yet.
Your fear betrays you.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Oculus ring.
I'm still waiting. Need more time.
3 yellow elites in a row, by the way.
Not ready yet.
And the floor is about to end,
Still
right?
waiting.
Yep.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
So it's betray, a curse betrayed or something, or is
Need
it
more time.
just a half?
I am wounded.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, it's accursed. Okay. Blue finally, but it's a Waller and a yellow elite, so unplayable basically. Arcane inclusive. So
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
so the first pylon should be coming up.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, let's keep moving and see what the pylon is. Shield. Okay.
Not ready yet.
Means I have to bring this over. Come on. Thank you. And it had to be a
Need more
juggernaut.
time.
So that's another problem. Is there a bonus? Nope.
I'm still waiting.
They're both teleporters or what?
See that enemy over there?
No.
Cleanse it from this land.
Not
Wow,
ready
I
yet.
almost... Okay. Let's play it now.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Liking Oculus rings,
Need more
actually.
time. I'm still waiting.
Okay. Gotta bring
Need more time.
more density with me.
I'm still waiting.
Half the shield's gone. Okay. One yellow elite is going down. The minion tree is almost dead.
Need more time.
Nice. I mean, the tree is down. I need one more Oculus ring, thank you. Nice. Alright, this shield was alright.
Not ready yet.
3 elite shield or something.
Need more
Okay,
time.
it's good density. Shield's about to go down. That was a 35-36% shield, which means probably I need to check for a pylon like around 70% or something. A yellow elite doesn't help, obviously.
I'm still waiting.
It is another teleporter. Let's use this Oculus ring.
Not ready yet.
I need 70%. Can't even get the 70%. I need this teleporter to teleport. Or run.
I'm still waiting. Sweet revenge.
With me. A blue. I don't really have time for a blue unless it's a conduit next. They're split up. They are weak. They are a teleporter as well.
Not ready yet.
Alright, I have to check. Please. Yes! The conduit that I wanted. Okay. So, it's time to just play it.
I'm still waiting. Your fear betrays you. Need more time. Not ready yet.
This is a bit too much progress, I think. Should be fine.
I'm still waiting.
Just need this one and an
Need more time.
perfect. Just take it and go now. Oh, even better.
I'm still waiting.
Hamlin.
Not ready yet.
I mean, I did get the pylon order I needed, so... Gone. It had to take... It had to take me to plan exactly to play density only, just about, to get it to work. But having the conduit was very much needed at that follow-up, because I was going to fall behind time. But as soon as I did the shield, I was like, okay, 35% shield. I need at least 70%. And then they started stalling the 69% towards the 73%, and it felt terrible already. But then they were both teleporters, which actually helped a little bit already. I went leftward to make sure that the teleporter yellow elite did indeed follow me. So I wasted like 3 seconds there checking, 3 or 5 seconds checking. But like that conduit was very much needed. Now, of course, the two elite packs that I had before I used the conduit, they were almost half HP already, I think, for the both of them. So they were both weak, but the conduit saved me enough time and bought me back the time that my shield, like, the shield didn't get enough because I lacked, I think, 2 Oculus rings. I had to even pull extra density to help me with said shield gameplay. So I got lucky that there were enough density around, and I think one of them was also a teleporter, so that helped a lot. The charger bull was a teleporter. That helped a lot. Like this whole rift, most of the rifts were teleporters. Like even the first floor I had that teleporter large elite that I couldn't take out because the shock tower floor ended, right? But anyway, like I wanted to take out that large elite actually because I already invested down to what 40% HP of it, but because the shock tower floor was ended kind of short. I mean it's a medium-sized shock tower, but like I had to leave because I already told myself I was only gonna play like the Lacuni slashers, really. So I had to leave, and it was the right move anyway. I mean, there we go. Aria Creator was fine. There were a couple of yellow elites back to back or something like that, but I skipped them because a cursed density monster type is all you need. You just need to break even with the accursed monster type, and the conduit saved a little bit of hope. And then at the very end there, I didn't want to accidentally pick up the orb, right? I saw 97% and I was like, that might be a little too dangerous. So I skipped the Pylon Elite, like ultimately. Now I had enough time regardless, but I wanted to see if I can get a 97 to 99% Pylon chance on the follow-up floor, and I did. So it was a good decision at the end of the day.
I may be able to help you.
0 rips. Thank goodness. So there we go. Third try. It took third try isn't too bad. I just delayed a lot of it, and getting that 1% did help. I mean, it wasn't a full 1% anyways due to diminishing returns. But let's see where I'm at. I think I saw rank 63 overall. So this is good. I got my 143 down. Unfortunately, it was past 10 minutes. But again, I would rather the clear than purposely getting something like under 10 minutes. Where am I at on the specific now? Nice. Rank 56. It's pretty good. I just need to play density from now here on out, basically. Let's try upgrading. Yes!
You must choose my skill.
I'm committing. Okay, whatever. I wanted to commit the 143 because if I get a 144, I would be on par with my next attempt. Even though the rest are falling behind. So I feel like if my 144 next, okay, I can try the 144. But now it goes back to the problem where my other main gems are falling behind. So if I need to do the 144, it would be either full density gameplay with the same pylon order, or I need to
Well done.
balance my main gems again. And the only way to balance my main gems is to work on whatever GR tier number that they are close to. They tried to give me a 6 crit on purpose. But it's not ancient, so what's with the wizard stuff right now? Let's go for pants.
Such a brave soul.
See you soon.
I've seen better. Anything could happen. Don't forget, luck always changes.
Alright, nothing. Okay. Gonna try. I'm gonna try the 144. But again, my main gems though, it's a 138, 142, and 135. The issue is the 135 against the 144 next. Even the Taeguk should be around 140. So I'm gonna try maybe like 3 tries or so. And then if not, I'm gonna go back and balance these. And even balancing these are not gonna be pretty. But I have to do them. I have to do like a 139. Like maybe 3 times. Basically. At least 3 times. So let's try a couple of 144s. And then uh I'll see. Alright. Let's go for the 144. Gotta try to aim for top 50, right? If it's gonna give me top 50. It might not because it may be a 14-minute success if I can pull it off. Alright, here we go, 144. Shock Tower again. Today the theme is Shock Tower.
I'm still waiting.
This is what mob set is this exactly? Chickens. Chickens is fine. I'm just gonna play density.
Need more time.
Let's go this way. Nope. Bad decision. What? I I felt there was a pylon actually,
Need more time.
but I didn't expect it to come true, by the way. This conduit is very suspiciously difficult to play.
Not ready yet.
Okay, what is this? This conduit is very difficult to play, by the way.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
Because there's like 3 parts.
I'm still waiting.
If I can get to the 3 parts of it.
Need more time.
Alright. After the blasts, let's play.
I'm still waiting. I need healing.
Nope. This is...
Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. Sweet revenge. Not ready yet.
Okay.
I have more control now.
Well. Got some time lead
Need more time.
out of it.
Not ready
Next.
yet.
Definitely not good. Bogan Trappers.
I'm still waiting.
Basically Bogan Chargers.
Not ready yet.
Oculus
Need
Ring.
more time.
Nice. Nope, I can't play that elite.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting. Sweet revenge.
Some chickens.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time.
Okay. That's good enough. Nope. Can't play that either. Can't play that either.
I'm still waiting.
Shield. Okay. Got the shield, but now what? I guess this guy's a teleporter. Can you teleport? Are you able to teleport?
Not ready
Might
yet.
might need to play these blues.
I'm still waiting. I am losing strength.
Are you able to teleport at all? Well, let's not bother that then.
I'm still
Okay, I
waiting.
need to play now.
Not ready yet. Bleed, you filth!
Let's pull the density over.
I'm still waiting.
This walling isn't helping.
Not ready yet.
Okay, nice Oculus Ring here.
I must wait longer.
I need more Oculus Rings.
Need more time.
The Oculus Rings are so far away.
Not
Okay,
ready yet.
this is a good one. Nice. Nice Oculus
Need more
Ring.
time.
Okay, one blue is about to go, maybe, I think. Yep,
I'm
next
still
one.
waiting.
Nice.
Not ready yet.
This is the exits. Basically. I think I can play the rest of the
Need more time.
density here.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, shields down. Dodge that. Nice. Next floor. Nice. Follow up. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Face Beast Grotesque. Well, stick to the density plan.
I'm still waiting.
Stick to the density plan. The shield was good. I had two blue elites with that.
Not ready yet.
With density.
Need more time. I'm still waiting.
Oculus Ring.
Darkness awaits you! I've become stronger.
Oculus Ring.
Need more time.
Okay, more density, please.
I'm still waiting.
Okay. Probably should move forward after this.
Not ready yet.
Alright, let's move forward.
Need more
Power
time.
to end. Nice. Awesome. I got the same pylon order. Just about.
Not ready yet.
The only problem now is that this is a time waste. Like, they're making it more difficult by having everything around here, which I don't need.
Sweet revenge! Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
99%. Let's take the...
Need more time.
Let's clear out the face beasts. Who is it? Single target. Easy.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
And done. Woo! First try 144. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Same time, basically. 1101 versus 1102. That's how good the 144 really meant. Because all I said earlier, all I needed was the same thing, and I got the same thing and better. So, excellent. 144. Mmm. Thank you. 144 done.
Good to see you.
0 rips. 144 done. So I
Now
did
for a new skill.
the 141 first try, right? And then the 143 third try, and then the 144 first try. Top 50. I even I wanted top 50 and I got back top 50. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, simplicity is only a 143, but it's like the damage that I need from it. All right, specific leaderboard, rank 37. Rank 37. Okay, pretty cool. Upgrade. Yes. Come on. Okay, maybe this is too much tunnel vision on this simplicity, but I need it. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it. Got the 145. This is good enough. Now, the really sad part is I'm so scared of 90%. Okay. Got it. The main gem is caught up. At least the simplicity one anyways.
I need to go back.
The blood runs true within you.
My respect.
Paragon 1432. Man, under 1,500 Paragon. Hmm. That 144 might be using all the luck today, though, I think. That 144 is really good. It was really good. The 143 was like so much more difficult. It's like night and day, by the way. Let's check.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should
Let's
check them out.
extract this, though. And then let's check my Templar. It's alright. I'll, I'll hang on to this. Strength Broken Crown. Okay, so 144 down. So 141, 143, 144. What do I do now? Maybe I need to catch back up my main gems. I think it's too far.